hard workout today. I literally did 140 burpees and 100 thrusters with 115 pounds in 30 minutes. 29 minutes to be exact. This shit like to kill me. This is the hardest workout I ever had in my entire life. And sometimes when you're working out really hard and all this like quit is going through your mind, like I can cheat on the numbers, I could quit, I could just say fuck it, I'm done, whatever the case, all these evil thoughts go through your head, or at least they go through my head. I can't speak for you. But then my inner David Goggins shows up and calls myself a little bitch and it tells me, hey, listen, little bitch, just push through. And I pushed through the shit as fast as I could, but the shit got to me. So I apologize if I'm breathing pretty hard. Hopefully here in a couple of minutes that'll slow down. Anyway, so let me move this over here. There we go. All right, cool. All right, so this morning I'm over here working my ass off in the gym, and right before I pull into the gym, I look on the Instagram and Facebook real quick, you know, just kind of checking my messages, looking for an excuse not to go into the gym. In all reality, just stalling for a couple minutes, you know what I mean? And I see that the man himself, Grant Cardone, took delivery of a G5, right, a Gulfstream 550, which I don't know how much he paid for it, if he leased it or whatever, but roughly that's about a $40 million jet. And it looks pretty damn amazing. My buddy Chris Record was there with him, and he was doing a little 10x rap and shit like that, and you know, I was really happy. I still am really happy for Grant, man. The guy works his ass off. He's got a great team and everything else. But there was a time, not too long ago, just a couple years ago, where I couldn't stand the dude. And we got into a little tiff about him posting some bullshit in one of my groups. And it wasn't even him. It was his social media manager who was calling me every goddamn day, man. These robo-dialing motherfuckers. Whoever had this phone before me was a fucking certified piece of shit, right? This phone number that I got, they be getting calls from every bill collector on the planet. These motherfuckers can't even afford to pay attention, man. I be getting bill collector calls looking for these people every day, man. Anyway, phone rang, cut me off, got a little distracted. Back to the story. Well, I'm genuinely happy for Grant for two reasons. A, he worked his ass off, and B, it sets a bar and lets the rest of us who are following in his footsteps, right? Because he's got a 20-year, 25-year head start on me, that are following in his footsteps. It lets us know what's possible. Like what Grant Cardone just did was run the 3-minute mile for sales trainers, right? He got his own private jet. And it reminds me that a couple years ago, I was not impressed with Grant, man, and I spent a lot of my time talking shit about him, and I've apologized to him since then and everything else. But I realized that the reason why I was mad at him was because I saw him doing things that I wasn't able to do, and it was just flat out jealousy. And one day I had to get real with myself. I'm like, why are you mad at this person? Not just Grant, but it was multiple people. Like, why are you mad at this person and this person? And I had to get real with myself, and I had to say, you know what, man, because they have things that I don't. They're doing things that I'm not doing right now, and I'm just honestly just jealous. And that's all really haters are, man. And I realized that within myself. And since that moment, that day when I had that light bulb switch go off, that light bulb moment in my life, and the switch in my thinking go off, I realized that, you know, shit, people that hate on me, they're just in the same position that I was towards Grant. And part of it's probably karma, you know what I mean? Like, I talked a little shit about some people, so it's only natural that people would eventually I'd get to a point where people would talk shit about me, and I understand that. But I'm here to tell you, as a person that's been on both sides of the fence, you should never hate on someone's success. I just left the gym, and I don't know about where the gym that you work out is, but the gym where I work out, there's people that are overweight trying to get in shape. There's elite athletes trying to get in better shape and compete. There's all sorts. There's women, men, like, you know, Christian, Jews. Like, there's no discrimination in the gym. Everybody's just trying to get better. And everybody celebrates everybody's success, right? Like today when I crushed this hard-ass workout that I did, like several people were like, damn, you knocked that out pretty quick. They weren't hating on me like, oh, that guy thinks he's fast. Oh, that guy thinks he's strong. It was, man, congratulations, Stu. I'm gonna have to work harder. I'm trying to make sure that I stay in front of you, Ryan. Right? Like, everybody celebrates everybody's success. When someone comes in and they used to be overweight and now they look like a normal person, that they're in shape and their body fat, their BMI is right and everything else, we don't hate on them and go, well, that motherfucker used to be fat. We're like, man, congratulations, dude. You fucking worked your ass off. Congratulations, ma'am. You worked your ass off, and this is the result that you get. But people, the general public, tend to hate all the time on shit that's totally within their control. I hated on Cardone because he had a Rolls Royce and a nice penthouse and all that shit. And then when I got to the level where I had those things, I'm not on Grant's level by any stretch of the imagination, but when I got to the level to where I had those things, I wasn't mad anymore. And I realized that I had been mad the whole time because he had things that I wanted. The other day, I finally took delivery of my Rolls Royce. And I posted it because I put the closer license plate that I've had on like 3 different cars now, Maserati, NSX, and now Rolls Royce Wraith. And I put the closer license plate, took a picture of it like it's officially mine. Man, this is like a fucking moment. Just like Grant's G5 jet, he's worked his entire fucking life off to get that. I worked my entire life so far to get this Rolls Royce. That Rolls Royce to me is my G5, right? I'm gonna get me a jet one day. I don't know about no G5s. I just need to get from one place to another, but at the same time, I can't set any limitations in my mind. But that Rolls Royce to me was that G5, and there was a bunch of people on there that were like, hey man, that's fucking awesome, Stewman, that's awesome. But there's always that one motherfucker. And I know it because I used to be that one motherfucker. But there's always that one motherfucker that says, why are you wasting money on cars? You're living way above your means, as if they know what my financial situation is. They say you're living way above your means, you're just throwing money away. And first of all, you know, they don't know how much I paid for it. What if I got that Rolls Royce for 50 grand because somebody died and they needed to get rid of it? I didn't, but what if I did? I didn't put the price tag on it. What if I borrowed the Rolls Royce and got it worked out a deal with the business partnership or dealership? I didn't, but they don't know, right? It's not brand new. I'm not buying a brand new Rolls Royce for 600 grand. I bought a used one, a slightly used one with like 8,000 miles on it, right? For like half off the price, right? I got it for, just transparency, I got it for $170,000. So it's not really, all things considered, that expensive of a car, right? But people, they tend to hate because I have something they don't, right? I've hated on other people because they had something I don't. At one time, I hated on Gary Vee because he had this huge following, and I don't resonate with the guy. Like, I don't understand him, and our personalities just aren't the same. And I don't hate the guy, but at one point, I hated on him because I was like, how are all these people following him? But now, man, I congratulate Gary for his success. I realize he works his ass off. Looks like he sacrifices time with his family and everything else to make all of his dreams come true, right? And man, he set the bar out there in social media marketing for the rest of us. And I can't hate on that. What I got to do instead is I got to say, okay, this is what's possible if I just stay in the game. Gary's a little older than I am. Grant's a little older than I am. Tony Robbins is older than I am. Ty Lopez is older than I am. Like, all these people that are doing legendary shit are definitely older than I am. So instead of looking at it as these motherfuckers, right? I look at it as these are the motherfuckers that are setting the bar for the rest of us to be able to rise up to. These are the people who are running the 3-minute mile so that I know that it's possible. These are the people who are doing $100 million a year in business so that I know that it's possible to do that. And I promise you, in my life, in the last 2 years, my life has dramatically escalated and momentum has taken place in my business, my personal life, and everything else because I dropped the hate. Because truly, hate is insecurity. And hate is fear because you're insecure that you don't have the things another person does, and you're scared that they might get it and you never will. And I'm speaking from the heart here. I'm speaking from experience. I'm not sitting here philosophizing saying, haters are just little bitches with, tampons in or whatever, right? I'm sitting here telling you from the heart. I know because I had to take deep self-inventory of my life and say, why the fuck am I mad at these people who are showing me what's possible? So instead of hating on individuals, instead of being mad that people are successful, look at it as those are the people who are showing you what's possible, right? If you don't like cars, cool. You don't have to buy fast cars and Rolls Royces and shit like that. But maybe you like residential real estate, or maybe you like multifamily real estate or commercial real estate. It doesn't matter, right? But the people that are winning in one form or another, whatever you're into, those are the people who are showing you what's possible. Tony Robbins doing billions of dollars a year in business isn't something to hate on, like, oh, he's some feel-good guru motherfucker. No, you know what? That's to show you that it's possible to be a coach and a feel-good motherfucker and make billions of dollars a year doing it, right? When you see Grant and he's motivating people and he's inspiring people and he's telling 10x, instead of hating on the motherfucker and going, oh, he's a Scientologist or whatever excuses that folks make up in their mind, know that he's showing you what's possible in this lifetime, whether you like the individual that's winning or not. The fact that they're winning shows you what's possible, and that's why you should never hate on success. Plus, let me give you some real insider information that nobody told me about. You never know in the future when you might be close to that person's level and they might reach out to you for help, and if you were an asshole to them, you can wash all that down the drain. As I move up the ranks now, one of the biggest mistakes I ever made was pissing Grant Cardone and dissing Gary Vee and being blocked by Ty Lopez on social media for a couple years now because I was an asshole. Because now I'm at a point in my career where I have products that they probably like to push. I wish that I had a relationship with those guys instead of being an asshole. I wish that I could have, created something big together with them instead of having to do this shit alone and on my own. And I'm not scared to do it on my own. I'm just saying, even the Bible says one can do something tenfold, two can do it and multiply it 100-fold, right? So if we can do things with influencers and big time people together, then, when you're coming up, I know you need that like us versus them mentality. You need that like, I'm gonna beat these bitches, they're my competition. I get all that shit, man. But the truth is, you're gonna go a lot further not hating on success, but congratulating on success than you ever will hating on success. And here's the other key. When you get to a certain level in life and people start hating on you and they say things like, oh, this motherfucker with his flashy cars, or he's just a wannabe, or whatever the shit that people say about me, you know what I know they're in the same place that I was 2 years ago. And I don't hate on them people either, man, because I know what it feels like to be there. And I know what it feels like to be in that position where you feel like right now you're not winning and somebody else is winning and you fucking hate it because of it. I know what that feels like. You know what I'm saying? I know it. And so when I see other people hating on me, I don't get mad at them. I know the position that they're in and I want to fucking help them, but sometimes they're too hard-headed for me to help. But when the time comes, I'll be here waiting for them to say, you know what, man, I fucked up. Just like I'm saying I fucked up with Grant and those other guys right now. Right? I woke up this morning and I saw Grant's jet and I said, man, this motherfucker just set a milestone for us in the industry. He just set a milestone for us in the industry. This shit has custom paint on it. This great interior. Was a huge, looked like a John Travolta fucking jet, man, from back when I watched the John Travolta special one time. This amazing piece of aircraft, right? And the first thing I thought wasn't, man, fuck this dude. He's just scamming people or whatever. But that's what I would have thought 2 years ago. But now I'm like, this dude's changed enough people's lives and helped enough people make money and raised enough money for his real estate business that this is the life that he's living, man. And that shows me what's possible if I open my mind, focus on success, stay away from the hate, and continue to fucking celebrate people's wins like this. So I just want to say, I know you don't watch this shit, man, but congratulations, Cardone, man. You set a milestone for our industry, man, and I respect you a lot, man, and I'm proud to be in an industry where things that you're showing us are 100% possible, man, and you've paved the way, dude. It's pretty fucking amazing, man. I don't know any other sales trainer in the history of the world that has done the things that guy's done, man, and it shows me what's possible. But I'm telling you, 2 years ago, I'd have woke up and I'd have saw that and I'd have been like, this motherfucker. But at the same time, I had to go through that phase in my life because now I have heart for the people who wake up and see like my Rolls Royce or my house or my wife or family or business or whatever the case may be. And they say about me, they say, this motherfucker right here, some hardcore closer ass, hardcore pussy, right? Like, I get where they're at, man. And I had to go through that phase of my life so I can have a heart for those people. People ask me all the time, how come you don't clap back at the haters? How come you don't just go Eminem and write a whole fucking diss book on these assholes that are lying about you and stuff like that? It's like, man, I've been in their position. I don't feel sorry for them, but I feel for them because I know that when they mature in their mindset and when they level up and they get the things that they want in life, if they keep working hard, then they'll look back and go, damn, I wish I had relationships with these people that I pissed off instead of being an asshole about it, man. And you know what? I'm going to be a big enough man to where I'm still going to extend my hand out to the haters when they need it, right? Because I'm here for everybody to win. I'm not here to shut anybody down. I didn't come on this planet to piss people off. I came on this planet to inspire people, to help people, and I will never hate on anybody else's success again the rest of my life. And more importantly, when people hate on my success, I'm still not going to hate back to them, man. I'm just going to try to encourage them to live their best life, because if they want everything that I have, which is ultimately what people hate on, all they got to do is work for it. There's 2 companies in the last 10 days that have hit $1 trillion market cap. Apple first, then Amazon. Amazon did it in like a third of the time. So we know that if companies that have only been around for a couple of decades, and Apple's been around for about 40 years, we know if those companies have hit $1 trillion in market cap, then we know there's money everywhere. All we've got to do is find enough needs and fill it. All we have to do is work hard enough to get our little share, and we don't need $1 trillion. It don't take $1 trillion to get a jet. It don't take $1 trillion to get a Rolls Royce, but we know that it's out there. And the truth is, hating on people will not get you closer to your goals. Matter of fact, here's what hating on people does. You have so much animosity in your heart that when you finally do win, you find a way to fuck that shit up, and the force of average takes hold of you because you're so bitter at you become so bitter at people who win that you actually become bitter about yourself when you win. I know, because I live that shit, and I've watched people live it out over and over and over again. I've even watched people hate until their demise. Thank God I fucking stopped that shit before it was too late, because I've watched people hate on other people into their business crashing, into their demise, into people hating them, into people like unfollowing them, and people being pissed off at them and everything else, man. And thank God I stopped that shit before it was too late. And I can also tell you this last thing, why you should never hate on somebody's success. When you hate online, or you talking in somebody's ear, or at the water cooler at work, or whatever it is, the people who will have that conversation with you are haters too. The people who are going to share that, fucking Grant Cardone and his jet, Stewman and his Rolls Royce, these fucking guys are snake oil salesmen, right? The people that do that shit with you are haters too. And so when you put hate out into the marketplace, out into social media, out into someone's ears, you speak the words of hate, all you're going to do is attract hate too, because people that celebrate success ain't trying to hear that shit. When I'm scrolling through the news feed and someone's talking shit about Nike or Colin Kaepernick or Donald Trump or whatever, they're hating on success, man, I unfollow those motherfuckers, because I don't want that shit in my life. I don't want my day fucked up because someone's bitching about something not being right in someone else's life. Most of us can't even control our own fucking lives, let alone tell someone else to do. Most of us don't even have our own shit together, right? Remember the moment that you realized you were an adult? You were like 25 years old, and you look around, you're like, oh, fuck, I'm an adult. I'm making my own decisions. I'm at the grocery store. Shit, I don't know anything, right? But yet we think that we can tell other people how to live. We think that we know what's best for other people, and we don't even know what the fuck we want ourselves. And so you should never, ever hate on anybody's success, man, because you know what? At some point, you're going to want to align with those people. At some point, you're going to want to align yourself with people who celebrate success. And if all you've attracted was haters throughout your entire life, if all you're doing is talking shit online or talking shit at the fucking the water cooler, in the cubicles and everything else, you're not going to attract positive people who are going to lift you up in success. You're going to find yourself stuck with these force of average motherfuckers that all they do is complain. And I'm telling you, like, nothing's worse than getting around a bunch of people that are part of a train wreck. Eventually something's going to get hit, and it's most likely going to be you. So don't hate on success. Celebrate that shit, man. I'm telling you, as a former hate addict, being of the mindset to celebrate success for someone and be happy for anyone that's winning has totally transformed my life. And if you're out there and you think, man, fuck this guy, and you're a hater and everything else, man, I feel bad for you, because I know that when you get through that phase and you start getting the things that you want, if you don't let that hate go, you'll never feel satisfied in life, and you'll wish that you made friends with some of the people that you hated on when you were coming up. You'll wish that you would have respected people, and you'll wish that you would have dropped your ego. I'm telling you from experience. So hopefully this resonated with you. Share this with someone at work. Share this with your employees. Share it with your other business partners in your mastermind. Like, get the word out there, man. We should be celebrating people's success, right? We should be celebrating people's wins. We should be celebrating the fact that people are doing things and showing us what's possible, whether they're making less than us, making more than us, or making more than God himself. We should be celebrating because it shows us what's possible, and it's going to do us a lot more good to celebrate than hate. Later, y'all.